Hi, good morning. Welcome to our live stream. Happy to have you here today. My apologies that we are going live at a different time than what is usually scheduled, but here we are. And if you are catching the replay, thank you very much for coming and checking it out. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jen, and I am here to teach you English. Although I was thinking about it today, I feel like more that I'm hosting English lessons because I feel like we give, we take, and we learn from each other in a nice way. So I really feel like these are our lessons that we do together. Today we will be learning about, we're talking about the topic talents. So I would love for you to come and talk about your talents. We will learn from each other as well. We will have 3 polls, create a story together, have 4 different idioms. And idioms, if you don't know what an idiom is, these are these groupings of words that are put together that don't really necessarily make sense if you look at the individual words or you look at the words together. So it's words that are put together that create a totally different meaning, and people use them in everyday speak and talking. We will learn 6 different vocabulary words. We will learn 3 practical phrases and get a nice, really, I think this is a fun grammar tip because it helps you. It's with prepositions and verbs and things like that. So yeah, we will see where this goes. So far, we have nobody here. I don't think this has ever happened to me in a live stream. It's a little off-putting, I have to say, but I'll just keep talking and wait to see who can come and show up. I don't know. Yeah, let's see what happens. So let's see. So let me see here. Let's start with a poll. I'm going to be polling myself at the moment. But yeah, we're going to do this. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, let me find our poll. That's my first slide that I have to share with you today. Maybe this will be a lecture, and for whoever catches the live stream, hey, we've got 1 person. Hey, thank you, whoever that person is. Alex, you rock. 1 person. Good morning to you, my dear. Cheers to you with coffee. Thank you for joining. We have a big group today. Try to find your seat. It's really difficult. All 1 of you. Thank you so much for showing up. Usually I am very, consequent. Hey, Yuki, darling, welcome. Good morning. We've got 3 people in the house. Okay, good. This is the first time I've ever done a live stream where it's been like for the first couple of minutes, no people. So it's new here on YouTube, but we're doing it. It's good. And as you see here, we have a poll. Oh, wait, sorry, I think I have to point to this way. So what talent do you wish you had? And Alex, I know you're a brilliant painter. I would love to try to figure out how to invite you to come and talk to me and share your artwork. I'm not sure if I know how to do that without making the internet explode. So I won't do that today, but if you would like to share with me some of your paintings on Instagram, I would love to share your work in my stories. I would love to offer that to you. I would love to be able to share it. So we have 3 people here. I see Yuki, I see Alex. We have a mystery 3rd person. Thanks. I think that's thanks. Thank you. Of course, of course. I love supporting artists. I love art. I love artists. I love talented people. So it's very cool to be able to help out. So what talent do you wish that you had? Would A, singing, B, dancing, C, cooking, and D, painting. So if you could pick any of these talents, which one would you pick? And you know what, guys, if the 3 of you who are here could do me a favor, there's some sort of weird thing with the algorithm here that if you tap the screen, oh gosh, I'm spilling coffee here. If you tap the screen, hey, Alessio, hello, my dear. Thank you for joining. Try to find a seat. There's 4 people here, so good luck. Now I'm sticky, but okay. So let's see. So where was I? If you tap the screen like this, evidently there's some sort of bizarre algorithm that will tell YouTube that people are having fun here, and they will suggest us to other people. So now I have a little bit of a coffee stain going on. Which one of these talents would you like to have? Yuki, I know you already are a good cook. So you already possess the talent of cooking. I don't possess that talent. I don't have that talent. And I don't really want to. I loved to be cooked for. So yeah, that's my talent. I like to eat. But cooking's not my thing. I appreciate it. Painting, I would love to be able to paint. I have 1,000 ideas, but no technique. I don't think I'm talented in that at all. I know I'm not. Dancing, same thing. For me, I've got rhythm. But if you try to put a choreography together, it's not happening. People are here and I am there. But dancing, like I can make it look good, but I have no idea what I'm doing and don't want to. I like to just do what I want to do. Yeah, okay. So tapping screen, tap, 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 tap. We have a fifth person in our room. Maybe it's worked already. And singing, when I was younger, I used to sing a lot and in school plays and things like that. Cooking, yes, definitely, Yuki, but you already have that talent. Which of these talents would you like to add to that? Or is there something different maybe? Um, yeah. So when I was younger, like in elementary school, I would always get the parts for singing in our school plays, which no one in my family can understand. They think that I'm the worst singer ever. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I guess my childhood voice was much better than my adult voice. I don't know. Okay, so anybody else have anything that they would like to add? So definitely cooking like a chef. Okay, like an Italian chef, a French chef, Alessio. You don't care just to have the ability to cook like a chef. D, painting. Okay, and Yuki, would you say you have a specific style? Alex, what would you say your style is? For me, I feel like it has a bit of an impressionistic, but something different. How would you describe the style of your painting, Alex? What would you say is your style? Or is it just your Alex style? I don't know. I don't know if that's an insulting thing to ask an artist. Don't mean it to be. All right, so let's see. Let's move on. And I have a question. Different. Okay. So something different, or you have a different style. I'm not sure what that means. So let's see. I'm going to move on. I'm going to get rid of this slide here. Thank you, all four of you, for being here today. I sincerely appreciate it. And next week, we will be at 3 p.m. like we always are. It's just last week we traveled. This week, we're going to a restaurant that only happens once a week. It's a little beachside restaurant. We're on Ibiza, for those of you who don't know. And it's a little beachside restaurant. You have one seating, so you can go in and sit down, and like a group of 50 people go in at one time, sit at this location. There's a little tiny shack, so a little old house, and then you sit there and you eat. Everybody gets the same meal, and then everybody leaves pretty much at the same time. It sounds horrible, actually, but it's really sweet. It's charming. It's this old Spanish restaurant. We only found it because we went for a hike and just ran across it. So it's kind of an insider local thing, but they only do it once a week, and it happens to be at 2 p.m. So I would never be able to make it back in time for our lesson. So I had to move it to this time today. But next week, yeah, hopefully we'll be back on track. 3 p.m., 3 p.m., 3 p.m. I know it's the sweet spot for people in South America, and it's the sweet spot for my friends in Asia. So yes, of course, it's my ideal. Okay, so let's see. So my first question to you is this: what's your talent? Yeah. No, my English is not so good. Oh, no worries. Hi, Anuka. Yay, you were able to make it. This is a good time of the day for you. Awesome. So happy to have you here, sweetie. Neo-modern. Okay, neo-modern is your style. Okay, got it. Okay, neo-modern. I have to Google that. But I see that your artwork is very layered. I love it a lot. It's really pretty. Let's see. I am passing a mountainside. My connection is not stable. Oh, Yuki, you've taken me on your trip. I am so grateful. Hello, Chama. Drive safely. Thank you. That's so nice. So Yuki, you wish that you could paint modern designs. Okay, so something very modern. I wish I could paint in lots of different styles. I was researching our quiz for tomorrow, and Pablo Picasso was able to draw and paint incredibly well by the age of 9. I find that so fascinating. Didn't find it. You haven't found your talent yet. Okay, well then the next question is totally for you, sweetie. But yeah, so Picasso was able to paint like better than his father, who was an art professor by the age of 9. So he was a child prodigy. I will cover this word probably this week. I'll have to see. I always say that I'm going to do these things and then I run out of time. But I have it on my list because I think it's interesting. We have Mozart, Picasso, lots of very interesting child prodigies. So Yuki, your talent is definitely cooking. Alex, it's painting. Nutka's still looking. Alessia, what's your talent? And maybe if you have other talents, because some of you I don't know very well, that you are talented. What are you talented? What's your talent? I would say my talent is ideas. I have a lot of ideas. I'm really grateful to just, there's a flood of ideas and it's my happy place. But yeah, sorting those ideas, carrying out those ideas, that's sometimes a different thing. So if you have a talent you would like to share with me, that would be awesome. For those of you who have just joined, welcome. I'm Jen. I don't know if you are here for the first time or whether this is you're a regular. But so we're talking about talent. I do conversation lessons every week. We have a topic every single week, a new one that is. So yeah, welcome. And if you don't mind, tap the screen and also tap the like button. Evidently that also helps, if you don't mind, to get people to realize that we are on this planet, that we are live at the moment. So Yuki, you asked Anutka, you're talented with dance. I didn't know that. Anutka, what kind of dance do you do? And let's see, I'm going to share my next question for you. Let me get rid of this one and move on to this. Okay. So what advice would you give to someone who is struggling to identify? So someone who is looking for, who's trying to realize what their talent is. What advice would you give to someone? Because in all honesty, just laying my soul out there, when I was a kid, I prayed every night to have a talent. I couldn't do much of anything. So like I was not good in school. I was not a good dancer. I wasn't this beauty. I wasn't, all of the thing, an athlete. I'm like, don't pick me. Don't put me on your sports team. You will lose. So I was never good at anything. And every night I would pray, please, please give me a talent. And like I said, I think my talent nowadays is ideas. But in every year it gets a little better. So it's a weird sort of talent. It's something that is evolving. And the more I trust myself, the more it comes to light. So my advice would be pray, think about it, try to manifest it maybe. Super, I like people with more ideas. I also have more ideas. Yeah, it's great to have a lot of ideas, especially if you don't allow it to just weigh you down. I sometimes put a lot of pressure on myself when I have an idea to do it, even though it might not make sense for me to do it time-wise, or whatever the situation is. But I often force myself to try to get things done because I feel like there's this gratitude towards the idea source. I sent Alessio last night a YouTube talk that I talked about yesterday in our lesson with Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the lady who wrote the book Eat, Pray, Love. It was also turned into a movie with Julia Roberts. And so, yeah, there's always this thing in me that feels like I have to have this gratitude thing. And she talks a bit about that, about where ideas come from and where different things, like in the old days, that people didn't say that the idea came from you. They gave it to a higher source. So if your idea was crappy, Alessio, new word. So crappy is a nicer way of saying the SHIT word. So if your idea was crappy, it wasn't your fault. It's just that your God, your entity was not really helping you. So, and I like that. So dancing, kidding, only if trees dance. Like to put my hands up and shake them like it's when you, okay, like this is your dancing. Woohoo! Oh, Anitka, I love it. That's hilarious. Yeah, so any advice for people trying to find their talent? How did you find your talent? So Alex, were you able to paint as a young child? What? Tell me about it. Let me know. What is up? And I will slowly move on to our other topic here. I know it's a little difficult here with commenting, so I don't want to put pressure on you. I hope I'm not boring you with my stories, but it is one of these things where normally I don't talk this much if you're normally in a lesson with me, but I feel like I need to fill the void. So hopefully our lessons will fill up soon and you can do the talking and I can read what you have to say. I don't want to put pressure on you, but until then, you will have to hear my stories because the awkward silence is killing me. No, it's just, I need to fill the silence. All right, let's move on to our next point. And where am I going with this? I have some questions for us. Let's see. So here we go. Yeah, is that hard to read? Can you see that okay? Let me know because I can change this next week. I'm playing with everything, trying to get things to work. This week I'm in the camera, right? I mean, we're making progress here. I'm not looking at the camera because I need to look at the human, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, I would say I have so many talents. That is why you can't choose one of them. Okay, that's wonderful. That's true, Yuki. You can do a lot of amazing things. I would like to try sewing clothes. I have because I always have problem with sizes. Okay, so you would like to create your own because you can't find clothing that fits you properly. All right, that's nice. Have you thought of taking a lesson? I think they offer lessons, so maybe that's something you can do. I think for Christmas, don't tell my partner, but I think for Christmas, my partner's going to give me a gift certificate to learn how to put together flowers. I really love flowers, and flowers in Germany are very cheap. So that's a really fun thing. Most things in Germany are very expensive. Flowers are cheap. So I love grabbing lots of different flowers, things that the florist is in the beginning is like, huh? Things that don't really work. And I love throwing them together, but then putting them together is always my problem. So I think I'm getting for Christmas, I think that I'm going to get a gift certificate to learn how to group them nicely together, which I will be very excited about because I would love to know how to do that. So let's see, moving on. Question number 1, and it's tiny, tiny for me. If you cannot see this, please let me know, and I will try to increase it next week. Otherwise, I will read from here, and if you can see it properly, then we'll go from there. So let's see. So how do you think your talent has shaped your personality? So Yuki, with cooking, with all of your arts and crafts that you do, how has it shaped your personality? Alex, with you with painting. Anushka, how do you think it would change your personality if you knew how to sew? Alessio, not sure. I think you're in the background right now. No worries. I made portraits because of people because it's very interesting. Character, it's very interesting. Okay, so you were drawn to the character of people and felt like you wanted to put that on paper. That's nice. I like that. I think that with my talent, if we're going with the ideas thing, it has shaped my personality to, I don't know, it makes me a bit of a control freak. So, like, I will spend hours creating these slides. I think most teachers on the internet just are like, boom, 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 and done. But no, I have to sit here and find the perfect image, and it needs to be right, as right as it can be. I'm not saying that what I do is great or amazing or perfect in any way, but I just want it to be a nicely sort of, look good. So it makes me a bit of a control freak and a perfectionist. So it shaped my personality in that way. Jen, I think you're good at designing. Have you ever designed your own dress? Well, I did study fashion design a million years ago. So I didn't design dresses for myself. Oh, though I did. I did a long time ago. Really cute little dress, strapless black, a sheath dress, or a tube dress, really, with it out of this beautiful wool kind of cashmere sort of thing, fabric. And then it had a big bow, like a big old bow. It was really very chic. I loved it. But after moving to Germany, I had to start doing something so I could survive and create. I wanted to be a costume designer in Hollywood, and I was in LA, so that would have happened. But I met a German, moved to Germany, and I had to have a job that I could be in Germany and not take a job away from a German. So that was teaching English. So I taught myself to teach English and was able to legally stay in the country. So if you've ever been illegal in a country, I understand. So was I. It's a horrible feeling. But yeah, so I don't design that anymore. Now I put my design things into other places. Let's see. I think I can be better to see questions with not so colorful background. Okay. Thank you for your feedback. I can make the background more muted. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I just love eating since I was a kid. I work now for your portrait, but I need, what is it? Time, I think. Okay, that would be nice. So yeah, so let's see. Number one, we've kind of covered. Number two, let's move on to that. What is the most rewarding experience you've had related to your talent? I am absolutely not friendly with design. Oh, I don't believe that. I'm sure you're great with design. So what is some nice reward? Yuki, you have had so much experience with cooking, with carving different pumpkins and things like that, with so many things. Alex, you with your paintings. Anutka, maybe you have something that you're now thinking of. And the other three people that are here, have you ever had something that where you're with your talent, where you felt like you've been rewarded somehow, something good came out of it? Time. Yes, time. So for me, with ideas, every time I produce something, I hate it. So when I put a new reel out, you have to imagine I have spent at least 8 hours, if not 10, 12. There's no limit. It's like it has to be done, and I have to get it as best as I can with my limitations. I have no formal training in video editing and content creation or anything like this. Every time I do this, it's kind of like, okay, let's see where this goes. So when I am done with something that I put out on the internet, I absolutely hate it. I have spent way too much time. Exactly, right? When you work on something that's artistic, I don't know if this is for you as well, Yuki. When you work on something for a long time, you hate it afterwards. But then Like I go and revisit a video that I've done, maybe 3 months later. And, for me, it's not about whether it gets a lot of traction, like a lot of people watch it, because typically my reels never go viral. But it's for me, I'm like, God, that's so cool. Or that was fun. Or Jen, you executed that really well. Like, where did you have the idea for it? So for me, usually the reward comes much later. And then sometimes I look at things and I'm like, oh my God, this is such crap. How could you do this? You should have done this, and this. It'd have been so much better. So yeah, so it goes both ways, but usually for me, the reward with something that I've done that's part of my talent is definitely months later, if not a year later. So I don't know if that's the same for you. Let me know. Maybe Yuki, you love things because you're a much kinder person than I am. So let's see. And number 3, how do you think your cultural background has influenced your talent? So let's see. How do you think that it's influenced it? So Alex, how has your culture influenced your talent? Yuki, I don't know if you're driving over a mountain right now, maybe. How do you feel like that? So other people who are here, I would love to hear from you as well. If not, no worries. Just kick back, hang out. No worries. If I could ask the 7 people that are here right now, if you don't mind, if you could like the video, that will help to find people to come and join our lesson, and tap, 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 tap on the screen. This lady that I'm following on Instagram, she recently went live and she said, tap the screen, it helps the algorithm. So I'm just following her lead. Yeah, so exactly. I'm also height. I'm not sure, but I do it. Oh, maybe you hate it. You hate it. Hate it. Ah, yes. Exactly. I have to like put it away afterwards. I soak myself in my content till I cannot breathe, and then I cannot see it anymore. I'm like, you just need to go out there and do what you're doing, and we need to separate from each other. I don't like you anymore. I always post my work on Instagram. Yes. Okay. So you get the rewards, I guess, from people who see your content. I like everything that I do. I stay patient as much as I can with any work, and it's also a good result, and I'm happy for myself. I love that. I wish I could be that way. I think that I think my problem, and I don't know if this is, if you, so Anna, maybe you can tell me, when you work on something, are you able to have a healthy work-life balance while you're doing it? So you can appreciate the process, you can appreciate the journey. Because for me, really, I go into tunnel vision, and my partner, he always laughs at me because I really don't like sitting on sofas. I like sitting on the floor. And he thinks I'm a weirdo, and I am. But so I'm on the floor, sitting next to the sofa, the table, the coffee table, and he goes to work, and I'm on the floor. And when he comes home, I'm on the floor in the same position. And he's like, "What in the hell have you done for 8 hours?" And I'm like, this. So, I mean, I will forget to eat. I will go into my tunnel vision. I won't do anything but creating. So I think because I have an unhealthy relationship towards creating things, that I get sucked into this vortex, and then I'm ready to get out to escape. So yes, you do have a healthy work-life balance. I don't. It's all or nothing. And so probably, maybe that's why I feel that way. When I get a lot of reactions from my post, I feel that way. Oh, nice. Well, you're going to get extra ones from me from now on. All right. So let's see where we're going now. Let me move on. I've got coffee here on the sofa. I'll need to deal with that later. So let's see. Okay. Where are we heading to next? So I think that I have a nice little poll for us again. Let's see. So, all right. Here we go with our poll and comments. It's so difficult to type iPhone in car while passing through a mountain. Oh, Yuki, then don't worry about it. I don't want you to get car sick as well. No stress. I won't ask you any more questions. Sorry. Okay, so let's see. Here's our poll for today, or another poll. We have another poll after this. Which talent do you find the most impressive? So musical ability, artistic ability, athleticism. So when you are very good at sports, you talk about athleticism, and the person who does sports very well is an athlete. So athlete is the person, athleticism is what the subject is. Or D, culinary skills. Culinary skills are when you can cook. So you can go to culinary school, and I'll repeat that because this word is really kind of hard. Just realizing this. Culinary. So A and C, all right, that's easier to type, right? So musical ability and athleticism. Athleticism, really? Okay. So for me, which talent do you find the most impressive? For me, I think artistic. I would really love to be able to draw and paint well. I think it's very soothing and relaxing, and I would love to have the images that are in my head to be able to just, make them appear on paper. It would be wonderful. So yeah, I would really love that. Okay, so Anutka's saying, so for example, I back to do sport yesterday. I did a workout at home and helped my son with math and answered all his questions at the same time. How can I, how is it that I didn't go crazy? Right? Okay. So in this case, I think that you want to say that my backs, maybe you did your back sport? Did the workout? So you did your workout at home, you helped your son with his math questions, and you did this at the same time. So you did multitasking. Okay. I am the last person to do anything, any kind of sport. Me too. Like seriously, in school, when they had to, all the kids, this is sort of 80s style, where it was gym time and you had two teams and you had to be divided into two teams, and they would pick two captains, and then they would pick from the people. And I would always tell the captains, don't pick me. I'm horrible at sports. You will lose. So I am very clear about my lack of athletic ability. It doesn't really interest me somehow. I can admire it. I find it nice and wonderful that other people have this, but I don't need it for myself necessarily. I would much rather be, an artiste. I would much rather have that ability. All right, so let's move on to our next set of questions here. I hope these will be better to read. So Anushka, if you can give me feedback again, what you feel like this, because they're all different, if this is a little bit better. So here are some phrases, and I like these because these have some nice vocabulary words, and these are phrases that people actually use. And I bet if you've not heard them, that now that you're learning them, you will hear them, because I just, like with the first one, I just I wrote this yesterday, and then the day after, or 2 days ago, and then the day after, I heard it on in a movie. So to hone one's skill, to refine or to improve abilities through practice. So you hone your skills, you make them better. So Yuki, when you meet with your carving teacher, you are honing your skills, you're improving them. So when you work on something, you can hone it. You hone your skills. And it's a strange word, unusual, I find. Hone. Yeah, with an N, not with an M. Exactly. Thanks for asking. Hey, Renee, dude. Hello. I've always been athletic my entire life and love sports. Lucky you. What kind of sports are you the best at? Which ones do you like the most? I am the worst at all of them. So yes, I like yoga, but that's just because I'm flexible. So my partner is always like, you're not doing it right. Just because you're a pretzel doesn't mean that you're doing yoga right. I'm like, it feels good. Leave me alone. So yeah, anyway. So to hone your skills, and I can give you an example sentence. So he continues to hone his skills as a chef by taking cooking classes. So I am honing my skills here on YouTube to try to provide nice live streams for you. So experimenting a lot, trying things out, doing different things, then you're honing your skill, you're improving it, you're practicing it. And the next one, to recognize a talent in others, is to notice and appreciate a talent, the skills and abilities in other people. So, yeah, you can recognize talent. Sometimes we recognize talents in other people that they don't really recognize. So, it's nice sometimes to share with other people what you feel they're talented in because they might not even realize it. So, yeah, I think that's, and to recognize, to realize, to recognize talents in other people. I admire people who love sport. I do it just when to motivate myself once every half a year. Yeah, and running, I really don't get. I mean, for me, running, that's never happening. I don't like jogging. I don't, and I like to do things indoors. It's such a, I don't know. I don't know what that makes me, but yeah, I like to go walking outside, but I don't want to do sports outside. Give me a nice indoor room. I don't want to deal with the weather. I'm too like for that somehow. All right, so let's see. So what else can I share with you? So talent runs in the family. So if something runs in the family, it means that many members of your family, even some members of your family, can also do this or have this. So making money can run in your family. Doesn't run in mine, so that's probably why I'm poor. Or, for example, talent can run in your family. Would you say that there's a talent that runs in your family? Can you give me an example? I would say in my family, a lot of people are attracted to the limelight. So the limelight is sort of theater, music, television. A lot of people like to be in front of a camera. In fact, I was the only one in my family who never liked it, but here I am. I don't know if it's a talent, but I'm here. So the interest, at least, runs in my family. I am honing my cooking skill, but by watching professional chefs' creations. Exactly, Yuki. Exactly. You're honing your cooking skills by watching professional chefs. Yeah, perfect. Exactly. And what about talents running in your family? So, would you say that there's something that runs in your family that you can share? Yeah. So maybe making money, kindness runs in your family. So lots of things can be something that people in your family tend to do. Yeah. So maybe science, maybe people are really good at science and understanding the planets, something along those lines. All right, so let's see. And so that's it. We have to hone our skills, which I think is probably new for a lot of you, if not everyone, to recognize talents in others, and that talent runs in the family. Ha ha, I'm not so lucky with it. Okay. So then let's do this. Let's move on to our vocabulary and have a lot of really good vocabulary words. So if you don't mind, if I could ask you, please, 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 that if you're in the middle of this live stream and you've never seen me before and you're enjoying this, because if you have made it this far, you might as well subscribe. I will be here next week. We'll have another lesson. And also, for those of you who are here right now, if you could hit the like button if you haven't already. We're all kind of slaves to the algorithm, unfortunately, but this helps to make this live stream be shown to other people. And evidently, if you tap the screen, like I have a really big forehead, aim for that. And yeah, and tap it, then evidently it shows that lots of things are happening here. It's a cool place to be, and it lets the algorithm know on YouTube to suggest it to other people. Yeah. My mother was good at cooking too. Aha, so that cooking runs in your family. It's a skill and interest that runs in your family. Thank you, Yuki. I hope you're not getting car sick, you sweet thing. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on to our next slide. I have some really fabulous vocabulary words for us. Anutka, feedback. What is the size, please, of this font? Does this look okay? Can you see this okay? I'm a little worried. For me, it's so tiny. that I wonder if it's too small for y'all as well. I can improve it next week and make things better. So let me know, please. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so it runs in your family. I think that was the question mark. Or is that a thumbs up because the font is okay? I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, so let's see. So we have the word proficiency, and I will repeat this. A lot of these words are really, elite words, let's say. Everything is amazing. Thank you. Okay, so this is tiny for me. There's no way on earth. So good. Thank you for the feedback. I will leave this for next week. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we have one, proficiency. 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 Little there. Proficiency. Number two, aptitude. Aptitude. Aptitude, actually. Aptitude. Number three, versatility. Four, accomplishment. Five, exceptional. And six, potential. Maybe I can do a quick little poll here. And for the 7 of you that are here, before we match these words up, and before we match these words up, how many of these 6 words do you already know? How many do you know? Let's do a quick little poll and find out. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Easier to see, but a little bit bigger font would be appreciated. Thank you very much, Yuki, for your feedback. Appreciate it. So a little bit bigger, but background is better. Gotcha. 3. Cool. Okay, so three new ones you've got as well. Very cool. I'm going to guess versatility, accomplishment, and potential. Am I right, Anna? Let me know. So any other guesses here or any other sort of suggestions here, how many you know? I will go ahead and start reading the definitions, and I will need my iPad because my elderly eyes here are having issues. So let's see. A natural skill that helps you do something well. 3 of them. Okay. So a natural skill that helps you do something well. B, being very good at something and standing out from others. C, being good at something with a chance of becoming very good at it. D, something you did successfully. E, the ability to do many things well. And F, being good at something you practiced a lot. All right, so it looks like Anushka and Yuki, 3 of these you know and 3 are new, which I would say are pretty good odds. If you are watching the replay right now, I would love to hear which ones are new for you. So Anushka's already guessing, thank you. So I don't know the word aptitude. Okay, cool, so you know 5. Awesome, Renate, very cool. All right, so Anushka's guessing 1 is D. Do we have any other guesses? That's not correct. Sorry, dear. So 1 is not D. Yeah, a natural skill. Oh, sorry. Proficiency. So 1 is 1 is E. No. So not D, not E. What can you tell me? Not D, not E. What could it be? It's kind of a cute little rhyme. So not E, not D. What could it be? So what if we go with F? Yuki's guessed C. Okay, so 1 is D, 1 is F, sorry, exactly, F. So proficiency, which is being good at something you practiced a lot. Then you have proficiency in it. A little hard, right? I think this is a new word maybe for everyone. So proficiency is talking about that you practiced something and got good at it. All right, number 2, aptitude. Aptitude. What can you tell me for number 2? Aptitude. What do you think works best for that? I think probably another new word. Renit, you didn't know it. I'm going to guess that everyone didn't know it, but I don't want to tell you right away. I want to give you a chance to try to figure it out. So what can you tell me? What is aptitude? Any guesses? So 1 is F. So proficiency is F. And number 2, what can you tell me? I think nobody wants to guess. B or C. Okay, and how about A? A. So aptitude is A, which is a natural skill that helps you do something well. So it's so being sorry, very blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So number two is a natural skill that helps you do something well. That's your aptitude. For me, it kind of goes into the direction of able, that you can do something. So number one is F, being good at something. Number two, aptitude is a natural skill that helps you do something well. You have the aptitude for it. You are able. Yeah, it's really difficult. I know, I know. So a couple of nice little, B2, solid, strong B2 words here. But, sometimes it's good to learn new things. So 3 you know, 3 are new. Here we go. Number 3 is probably very easy for many of you. Really? Oh, I thought it was a potential. A natural skill that you do something very well. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, so 2 is B, I guess. 2 is a natural skill that helps you do something. You have an aptitude for it. You have this sort of, you can do something already. You already have the groundwork, the foundation to be able to do something. You have the aptitude. Number 3, versatility. This is probably going to be an easy one. I hope so, that this one is one of the ones that you feel that you know well. Let me see if my answer is yes. This should be easy. Number 3 should be good. 3 is E. Yeah, exactly. 3 is E. So versatility, the ability to do many things, different things well. So Yuki, you have a diversified, so you have a lot of diversity in your talents. You can do many things very well. So versatility. Let's see. So number 4, accomplishment. What can you give me for number 4? Number 1 was F. Number 2 is A. Number 3 is E. And number 4 is, drum roll. It's a sad sounding drum. Number 4, what have we got for number 4? So number 1, again, F, 2A, 3E, and 4. What have we got? So for accomplishment. That one's probably easy as well, I think. I'm going to guess. That's one of the 3 that the majority of you knew. Number 4. So number 4, Anutka's going with B. All right, number 4, 3 is E. Exactly, Renan. 3 is E. And number 4 is not B. Let me see what you have there for B. One that's a little bit better. There's one that's a little bit better. It's not F, it's not A, it's not E. It's D. Thank you. So accomplishment is something you did very well. So you accomplished something. I make print, scan, and look, translate now. Make print, scan, and look, translate now. I will be back. Okay, bye-bye. I'm not sure what you're doing, but yes, goodbye. Bye, Alex. Thank you for joining. So, okay, let's see. So 4 is D. Exactly. So 4, accomplishment, something you did successfully. Way to go. Good job. You have an accomplishment. So then 5, exceptional. Number 5, what have we got? So far, 1 is F, 2 is A, 3 is E, 4 is D, and 5 is, it's either B or C. What do you think? So, exceptional. I think this one's probably easy as well. 100% B. You're 100% correct, dear. So number 5, exceptional, is being very good at something and standing out from others. Exactly. So you can be exceptional at painting, exceptional at music, at mathematics. You can be exceptional in many things, meaning that you are better than 99.9% of the people out there. And last but not least, number 6 is C, potential. potential. And you have often in English this TIA, which makes kind of a sound, potential. So is C, being good at something with a chance of becoming great at it. So this is why this one works better for potential, because potential does not mean you're already good at something. It means that, you know what? There's something there. I can see how this could be a good thing for you. I can see how you could master this someday, or I can see there's something good, but you're really not there. There's potential. Exactly. 6 is A. All right. So I hope that these words are a little bit more clear for you now. I did go for some pretty big vocabulary words, so don't feel bad if some of these were difficult to get, but I wanted to offer you a bit of a challenge mixed with perhaps a bit of a review. So let's see. Everybody good? No C. So sorry. 6A. Yes, sir. Sorry. Yes, 6 is C. Thank you very much. Sorry. 6 is C, being good at something with a chance of becoming very good at it. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. C and A is confusing. Okay. A natural skill that helps you do something well. Yeah. But potential talks about that it's not quite there, right? So the aptitude, I think that was for aptitude, right? Let's see. Hold on. Yes. So aptitude means that you already can do something well. And potential is more like there's something there, but it's not really like amazing yet, or it's not great, or you can't, it's not that you can say, I can do it. It means that you're more on the way to doing it. Now I'm back with F. Okay, welcome back, Alex. So let's see. Alex, you are very late. He's in and out. He's kind of, hopping in and out, which is fine. Absolutely fine. That's the wonderful thing with these kinds of lessons. It's such an adjustment, to be quite honest, with teaching lessons online, because my entire career, I of course taught face-to-face. So it's a really strange thing sometimes with teaching online. Like if I were to be in a lesson and someone were to come into the middle of my lesson and be like, what's the topic? I would be like, are you serious? Get out of here. Well, not really, because I teach adults and they're all my clients, but I would be thinking it. But in the digital world, it's not a problem. People can come and go. I'm just happy you're here. Let's be honest. So so it's not a big deal. But it does take some time to get used to it, because they're used to a class starting at 9 a.m. or whatever. Everybody's already there. Maybe one or two people come a little late, but they kind of creep in and sit down. So it's a much different thing when you're teaching live streams and people come in halfway and have no clue. But I always welcome people saying, hey, what are we doing? Because it shows they're engaged and they want to be here. So that's also a good thing. So let's see. Let's jump on to some idioms now. And I have some really nice ones for us, I find. So let's see. Thank you, guys. I know we're a teeny tiny group today. I really appreciate your participation. I hope it's not too much stress. Thank you so much, so very much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see. Let me find my idioms. Where am I? I think it's these. Is that it? Ta-da! Idioms. So let's see. Number 1, we have jack of all trades, which I love this expression, this idiom. Or number 2, which I cannot read. Anutka, I guess you're going to tell me this is hard to read because of the background. And Yuki, you will tell me that the font is too small. I think you're going to say idioms. Yes, not idiots, idioms. So number 2, to put your heart into it. Number 3, follow your passion. Number 4, to have a knack for. I love this one too. I'm going to guess this one might be new. Let's do the same thing that we did the last time. How many of these are new? One is B, I guess. Okay, we already got our first guess coming in from Reddit. Okay, then and let me know how many of these are new. I'll read through the definitions right quickly. That this time the background is good. Everything is visible. Really? Okay. Yuki, font size. What would you say? So interesting. I would have thought this is difficult to read. Okay, good. All right, so let's see. A, to really care and work hard at something you love. B, someone who can do many things but isn't really great at any of them. C, to do what you love and make it a part of your life. And D, to have a natural ability to do something well. So two of those. Okay, so two are new. Very cool. English. I'm fast. I don't understand English. Okay, no worries. No worries. And if I need to repeat something, you are always more than welcome to say, hey, Jen, I did not get that. Please repeat. So what do we have for number one? Renit has already answered it for us. Let me find your comment. Should be pretty easy. Where did it go? One is B. Exactly, my dear. So jack of all trades is B, someone who can do many things, but isn't really great at any of them. And we have this expression in English, which is a jack of all trades. So he's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So like you can do lots of things kind of well, but not one thing very well. So, and if you think of it, I think Jack in this case, I don't know, but this is how I visualize it. A Jack, if you look at playing cards, you have a king, you have a queen, you have a Jack. So this is what I think. I don't know. It's not the king, it's not the queen, it's the Jack. And they can do many things well, but they're not really anything they're not good at very much at something specific. A little bigger, better, but it is visible. Thank you for the feedback. This is a work in progress for me, so thank you very much. But I want and I am studying. Good. I'm glad you're here, Alex. This is the perfect thing to do. Yesterday, Dylan, who has come regularly to the live streams, she said that when she first came to my live streams, she did not understand a lot. And nowadays she understands. And I was like, yeah, because that's what it takes, is consistency. So if you show up every week, you are going to get this. All right, so number two, we have two is A. One, sorry, oop, I just lost my notes here. So one was B, two is A, absolutely, Renee, you've got it. To put your heart into it, to really care and work hard at something you love. So you put your heart into it. You could also say this, you put your heart and soul into something, or you really put what is you into something. So I think I'm doing this with my whole Instagram, YouTube thing. I really put my heart into it. I put my heart and soul into it to bring you good lessons. So yeah, that's what I think I do that. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not, but not the point, I guess. So let's see. The next one, to follow your passion. What do we have for number three? Number one was B, number two is A. What do we have for number three? What can you tell me? What is three? Three, whereas three is C, which you are correct. So C is to do what you love and make it a part of your life. And so do you believe in this? I think some people nowadays are saying it's not so much about finding your passion, it's just about starting something. So do you agree with this, or do you feel like you need to wait and try to figure out what your passion is? Do you think your passion comes to you, or you got to go out there and work for it? What would you say? So number one was B, number two is A, and number three is C. Exactly. I think we have a bit of a delay with the comments coming in. Let's see. So number four, to have a knack for something. So to have a knack for something is obviously D, or to have a natural ability to do something well. So you can have a knack for sewing, a knack for cooking, a knack for lots of things, meaning that you have a talent for it. And we're going to talk about this later on in our grammar exercise, but as you heard most likely, All the verbs I use after for have an ing, and I will tell you why later on. For is my favorite one because it's it's easier to use. Yes, I understand. Yes, a knack for, meaning that you have a talent for it. And this is really something that especially Americans use. I don't know about the British. You understand 50%. Very cool. Woohoo! So yeah, definitely Americans, you can have a knack for something, you have a talent for it, and you would say a knack for cooking, ing, a knack for dancing, ing. Yuki, in your case, you have a knack for cooking, a knack for carving, and a knack for being a very kind person. Being a kind person. So you're going to add the ing to the verb in order to make it fit properly together. All right, next thing we're doing, we're moving on here. Let's see. Move on to art, not the banner. Let me get rid of this. And I have a nice little story for us. Okay, so what's the story? And for those of you who are new to my account, then I love throwing up pictures and letting you create what's going on. There are a lot of details going on in this picture. So take a look at it. You can tell me who these people are, what's going on, what's the drama, anything that you can think of. You are more than welcome to add to this. So got a knack for. Okay, good. You got a knack for understanding quickly. So what's happening in this situation here? What is going on? And I love offering you these kinds of content, this kind of content, because I want you to be able to create things and use the language as you see it. You can talk about one character, you can talk about everything, you can talk about the situation. This is totally up to you to create whatever scenario you think is going on. There is not a right, there is not a wrong. This is your fantasy. So you're able to do what you like. And where am I? Okay. Let me see how much how much we've got. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Let's see. So what can you tell me? Anything? I know it's going to take a bit of time, but we've got, sorry, I cannot get this camera thing situated. So we've got something going on here. Oop, here. Never mind. There, here on the right, let's say on my left, something behind the curtain is going on. Hello to you, Samsung. Welcome. We are creating a story right now. So you can tell me about the characters. You can tell me about one character. You can tell me what the situation is, what the drama is, what you think. It's a show for talents. Yeah, it looks very much like that. We have the buzzers there on the tables. We already have one judge with her hand on the buzzer. Maybe this person's a good singer. Maybe they're not. Let's see what's going on. What else do you think is happening? It's an audition for a musical. Okay, so it's an audition for a musical. Cool. Okay, so it could be a talent show. It could be an audition. Audition, for those of you who do not know what that is when you want, and when an actor or an actress wants to perform in a musical or in a theater piece or in a movie, they have to try out before they can get the role. So they audition for it. Performance, to choose the best singer. They need to choose that one. Maybe America's Got Talent. Yeah. And Yuki, in Japan, do y'all have Japan's Got Talent or something different? I'm not sure. I don't know. Do y'all have these kind of shows? Do you watch them? What else could be happening in this situation? What kind of story? For me, I'm a little bit concerned about, oh good, I'm pointing right, about this person back here. What happened here? That doesn't look like a good scene. I don't know what's happening, but something's not good there. I don't know. What can you tell me about the picture? I think that the judge on the left, God, my brain is set. I cannot do this. This way. No, this way. One day I will get it. I just had it. I just did it. And now I can't do it again. So her her. This is such an intelligence thing, and I'm clearly failing this massively. Oh, well. Let's see. So we have this kind of TV program. Okay, you have this in Japan. So for me, it looks like a talent show of some sort. Maybe it's America's Got Talent, or some other country has got talent. And I am a little concerned about the lady there, there, there. She's crying. She has her microphone on the ground and she's like, "Ah," sitting on the ground. I do not think she performed very well. Or maybe it was the stress of it. Maybe she performed incredibly well. And now she's crying because she's just happy. The pressure of performing is over. Do you think she bombed, or do you think that she was amazing at this? What do you think? And this lady, oh wait, here. This lady is doing. She's putting her heart and soul into this for sure. She's got her arm out. Final of the show, and the girl in the blue is disappointed so much. I think so too. It doesn't look happy to me. It doesn't look like relief. It looks more like disappointment. I think so as well. So yeah, and for those of you who are watching this, the replay of this, then I would love for you to write in the comments what your version of the story is. Let me know. The lady in the blue dress, in the purpley blue dress, or in the light blue, is she going to win? Yeah, we would love to hear what you have to say. But right now, we will move on to the next point. And what have I got for you? I have a nice little poll question for you. Excuse me. Let me get rid of this. Takes me a second to figure these things out. And moving on to, our poll question. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So what's the hidden talent that most people don't know about? Okay, what's a hidden talent that most people don't know about? So I have a bunch of different hidden talents. So these are things like, it's easy to show people that you sing, or for people to know that you sing, or you dance well, or things like that. But some of these are a little bit more hidden. We don't see these so easily. So improv skills are when you can act and do things on the spot. You improvise, which means you do this on your feet. There's not a lot of thinking going on. You just do it. Maybe you have seen improv theater where actors, you tell them newspaper, and then they act out a scene based on something with a newspaper, or maybe an improv comedian, someone who just makes it up on the go. You can improvise things in many ways. At work, if someone asks you to handle a problem and you just do it, you improvise. You don't know what you're doing necessarily, you just do it. Let's see. Oh, we have more answers for our story. Lady on the right is losing her confidence. She can't believe herself because the other performers are doing so good. She feels she failed the audition. Oh, yeah, I think so too, though. I don't know, but it's my feeling as well. All right, so improv skills, I have it in yellow as a potential new vocabulary word. B, speed reading, so you can read really fast. C, knitting. So when you have the two little sticks, a ball of yarn, and you make a sweater, then you knit. And I clearly do not knit because I do not think that's what they do. D, impressions of famous people. So like Jim Carrey is really great at doing impressions of other people, of famous people, or other things. Can you think of anything else that is a hidden talent? Do you have a hidden talent? Maybe you can let me know if you have something that is sort of a hidden talent. I'm trying to see where we're going with this. Yeah. So E, other. What is your hidden talent? I'm so curious. So a hidden talent. I have a hidden talent, but it kind of also works with our next point, which I will pull up right away. Let's see. Let me get rid of our slide. And this is my last question here for you. Do you have any talents that you don't think are useful? So I have a really weird hidden talent that I think is completely unuseful. For me is to work. Is at work. Okay, so you improvise the entire time. I hear you. I improvise here a lot. I really have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, I hear you, sweetie. So what kind of hidden talents do you have that you think are not useful? My hidden talent is that when I taste something, I can identify other tastes that are completely unrelated. So here's my example. I can taste a piece of cheese and then I'll be like, oh my gosh, this cheese tastes like broccoli. Or I'll drink a cup of coffee and I'm like, this tastes like gasoline, like the smell of gasoline. Not that I've ever drunk gasoline. But yeah, so this is my hidden talent. It's completely useless, meaning what on earth do you do this? But when I eat or drink something or smell something, I can identify other things. And then I tell my partner, this cheese, it tastes like broccoli. And he's like, come on. And then he tastes, he's like, oh my God, you're right. So this is my hidden talent. Yes, I'm sure that a psychologist would have a great time with this, but yeah, my useless hidden talent is that I can taste and smell things that don't really normally exist in that item or thing. It's a weird thing, but it's mine. Samsung. Hi, who's Samsung? Yuki, who is that? Is that Hitoko? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure. So let's see. So anybody have a hidden talent they want to share that is totally useless, like mine, or are we moving on? I think that we might be moving on. All right. So let's see. I want to move now to a grammar point, and I had mentioned this earlier, and we had something earlier as well, a knack for being, a knack for something, and then with the ing on the verb. And I have a nice little explanation for this so that this can maybe be a little bit more clear for you. So let me find my slide, the first one that I want to share with you here. I think it is this one. Yes. Okay. So in English, when we have prepositions in, on, about, for, then you put an ing on the verb. Okay, so as an example, I'm thinking about learning to act. I can't read this. I need to read it from here. Let's see. Oh, and I have completely different ones here. So she is responsible for managing the actress. So we have prepositions in pink, and then we have with the green the ing on the verb. So we have this quite commonly in English. When you have a preposition, the verb is going to take an ing form. Okay. He is capable of singing in a talent show. She learns without studying hard. Okay, so this is my explanation about this grammar point, which I think is kind of a nice one because it's pretty easy. I don't know who I just welcomed to class. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Yuki. I thought you might not have known them. Thank you for being friendly. So yeah. So this is a nice little sort of exercise here, or a little explanation. Let's put it into practice, okay? So let me see. Let me change my thing. Everybody with me? So with a preposition, ing on the verb. With nouns, we don't, okay? Let's see. Hold on, banner. Nope, sorry, the other thing here, and here is our last slide for today. So here's my example. They have a talent for getting into trouble. So I have positives, yes, positive and negative, okay? So I love this because this is kind of being a little whimsical and fun with the language. So you can say that you have talents for things that are good and bad, and not just singing and not just dancing and not just mathematics. You can use this in a more fun way. And so I really want to show this to you because I think this is a fun and sort of native speakers do use this way. So it's kind of fun. So you can have a talent for good and bad things. You can have a talent for getting into trouble. And for with a verb, ing, right? You might see here in the yellow, drama and procrastination, organization and humor. So after a preposition with a noun, you do not need the ing, only when it's a verb. Okay, let's see. I hope we're doing well. Let's see. My hidden talent is to follow the best teacher to learn English. Okay, me too. So let's see. So you can have a talent for getting into trouble. You can have a talent for causing trouble. You're the one who causes it. A talent for drama, a talent for procrastination, a talent for finding faults. Kind of negative, right? When you find the bad things in others. I don't know why I have that with as a positive. That's actually really a negative. So let's say, yeah, maybe a talent for overlooking faults in others. Overlooking, you don't see them. Let's turn that one into a positive. And then as a negative, she has a talent for knowing when someone comes. Actually, I mixed these up. These are all negative and the other ones are all positive. Now I'm on track here. Sorry about that. So yes, so the first ones are all negatives. The second ones are all positives. So she's a talent for knowing when someone needs help. Knowing when someone needs help. She has a talent for procrastination, for organization, excuse me. She has a talent for listening, a talent for making people laugh. Great talent, a talent for humor. So I just wanted to highlight this, that when you have a preposition, the verb is going to get an ing. When you have a noun, it will not. All right, so maybe you can tell me one of these sort of funny talents that you have. I have a couple of hidden talents or talents like these. I have a talent for getting lost. I am always lost. I have a talent for getting names. I have a talent for lots of things like that. I have a talent for figuring out ingredients of the food. Super Yuki, exactly. For figuring out. Perfect. I have a talent who have a friend for drama. So I have a friend who has a talent for drama. I mean, those friends are usually pretty fun. They're pretty complex, but yes, I know those kinds of friends. When you have a talent for these kinds of things. Would anybody else like to share this? I really found that this grammar exercise here, it's easy to remember, which is always something that I appreciate because I am not a person who remembers grammar rules easily, but I think this is pretty self-explanatory, and it's a fun way of describing things. It makes your language a little bit lighter and more colorful. Anybody else want to share one with me? Otherwise, we will slowly but surely say goodbye. Do you have any comments, anything that you would like to share? Other than this, then I would appreciate it. For those of you who have watched this entire live stream, round of applause. For those of you who are here now watching it, for those of you who are watching the replay, I appreciate it very much to have you here today. I know this is earlier than what time we normally go live, and I am new at all of these things, so it's a little bit tricky sometimes with me, but it was a very fun lesson. Thank you very much for the people who could join today. Let me get rid of our slide here so I can say a proper goodbye to all of you. Yes, okay, there we are. And Yuki, I think you said something. I can't think of any sample for the not ing. No problems, no worries. I have a talent for being playful. Alicia, that's a great talent to have. You should keep your inner child and be playful. I love that. Thank you for adding that. So folks, thank you very much for your time. If you enjoyed this lesson, please do hit the like button, because as we are in the algorithm world, it does help to push this video out to others. That will help our community grow. And if you have any comments you would like to add, then please do so. I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments section. And if you have not already subscribed, then do. Why not? We have a nice community here, and every week I will bring you new lessons with new topics. I think that next week we're going to talk about birthdays, which is pretty funny because I am not into birthdays, but we'll see where that goes. I'm not quite sure. I haven't started planning yet. So take care, and thank you. Thank you for your time. Have a great day, folks. Appreciate your time. Bye.
Good.